إن الحمد لله الذي نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا فصلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا ثم أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها وإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. يقول سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد نقول أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه إحسانا حملته أمه كرها ووضعته كرها وحمله وفصاله 30 شهرا حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واللهم ثبتنا عند الموت بلا إله إلا الله واللهم اجعلنا من الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر آمين يا رب العالمين. In today's khutbah, actually I want to share with you just a small piece of a long ayah. This ayah belongs to Surah Al-Ahqaf. This is the 46th surah of the Quran. And here Allah Azza wa Jal gives us one of the most beautiful du'as in the Quran. And that du'a is way too long for one khutbah, but at least one part of it I want to share with you. But before I do that, I want to give you a little bit of the context of this ayah as per the surah itself. Allah Azza wa Jal a couple of ayat before mentions إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Those who declare that Allah is that Allah is our master, and they're firm and they remain straight on that commitment, that declaration, then there is no fear on them and they're not going to be under any kind of grief. They're not going to be the ones that are grieving. Then Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ الْجَنَّةِ. Those are the people of Jannah. Those are the companions of Jannah. May Allah make us from them. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. They're going to be staying in it as a compensation of the kinds of things they used to do. So they used to do good deeds, and their compensation as an added mercy from Allah Azza wa Jal is Allah will give them Jannah. Then the ayah that I want to share with you. Why is that important to note? Because of the things that will lead a human being into Jannah, Allah could have mentioned any of the a'mal, any of the deeds that will lead one to Jannah. He mentioned this one here. So this is one of those ayat that has keys in us for direct access to Allah's Jannah. May Allah make us all worthy of it. So it begins, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا. That we gave the human being a lasting legacy, a will, a strong counsel in regards to both parents, ihsanan, to the best you can possibly be. That's a one-word declaration, ihsanan. And it's mansub, the fatha on it, ihsanan, like that, it's pronounced like that, ala al-ighra'. What they say in Arabic, you better be the best. It's very strong language in order for us to be the best to our parents. And by the way, this khutbah is not about parents. I want to introduce you to the rest of the ayah in a rough translation and then share one part of it that I think it will be the primary subject of our khutbah today. حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ كُرْهًا. Then Allah starts talking about one of the two parents, the mother. And He does this on many places, many occasions in the Quran. His mother carried him with a lot of discomfort. وَوَضَعَتْهُ كُرْهًا. And then she gave him birth. She let the load go, meaning she delivered the baby with a lot of discomfort. وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ 30 شَهْرًا. She still then carried him around and fed him for 30 months. حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ. Until then, fast forward, he reaches the age where he's a young man. Now this man is a teenager, and he's entered into manhood. And then fast forward again quickly, وَبَلَغَ 40 سَنَةً. And now he's 40 years of age. So in a snap, in a quick flash, Allah Azza wa Jal describes us from inside our mothers and the pain she went through, and then quickly to being teenagers, to quickly being 40 years of age. But notice, in all of those stages, the one that we don't remember at all is the stage that we had with our mother. And the one that we have a lot of memory of is especially from our teenage years onwards. And yet Allah describes the part that we remember in very brief language, and the part that we don't remember is given many pieces. First of all, حملته أمه كرها, then وضعته كرها, then حمله وفصاله 30 شهرا, none of which we remember. She carried him, she delivered him, she had all these pains for 30 months feeding him and walking around with him. All of this we don't remember. And yet Allah gave that so much more detail, as though that was one of the most primary and important parts of our life. Subhanallah. And even though it's our life, Allah makes the subject of that part of our life our mothers. Subhanallah. But then ourselves, حتى إذا بلغ أشده, until the time comes that he's reached mature age, the age of strength, and now he's 40 years of age. قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك. First I'm going to roughly translate the whole ayah, then I'll go to that part that I keep mentioning. He says, Master, أوزعني, which is roughly translated, enable me, empower me. أن أشكر نعمتك, that I be grateful to your favor. التي أنعمت علي, that you favored onto me. Ya Allah, empower me to be grateful. Okay. وَعَلَى وَالِدَيَّ, and empower me to be grateful to both of my parents, and also, actually not that meaning, empower me that I not only be grateful for the favors you did to me, but also give me the ability to be grateful for the favors you did to my parents. Then, وَأَصْلِحْ وَأَنْ أَعْمَلَ صَالِحًا تَرْضَاهُ, after that, Ya Allah, give me the ability to do good deeds myself, that you will be happy with. تَرْضَاهُ, that you are happy with. وَأَصْلِحْ لِي فِي ذُرِّيَّتِي, then on top of that an additional benefit. Then he says, Ya Allah, make my issues good when it comes to my kids. أَصْلِحْ لِي, fix my matters, fix my life in the matter of my children, فِي ذُرِّيَّتِي. And that also means their children's children's children. ذُرِّيَّة includes offspring, future generations. إِنِّي تُبْتُ إِلَيْكَ, I'm turning back to you, no doubt. I am repenting to you. وَإِنِّي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, I am no doubt from the Muslims. It seems like a pretty straightforward ayah, but a lot of subjects inside one ayah. The part that I want to highlight, really, I'm so eager to get to, because I keep keeping an eye on the clock, because there's a lot to share today, is this one phrase that starts this dua. رَبِّي أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيْهِ. Just that part. If we can understand some things about that, inshallah ta'ala, at least the purpose of this khutbah is somewhat completed. The word أوزعني, which I roughly translated as enable me, empower me, comes from the verb originally وزع. And وزع in Arabic, very interesting meanings. الوزع كف النفس عن هواها. وزع actually means to hold someone back from their desires. So they use the word وزع in training an army. So the general does the act of وزع for his soldiers. فوزع الجيش حبسهم. When he holds them back, the soldiers want to march forward, and the general says, stop, don't go. And they stop, they just stay where they are. The discipline to hold yourself back, even though you want to run forward. That discipline is the act, or instilling that discipline, imposing that discipline, is the act of waza'. That's the first meaning of waza'. It's actually one of the interesting meanings of the word waza'. They also use the word wazi' from the same origin for a dog. But not just any dog, the dog that holds the sheep back from running away. He keeps putting them in line so they don't go off. So the shepherd dog, he's also called wazi' in the Arabic language. Now, from this, and it's technical Arabic, but I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible, inshallah. In the Arabic language, sometimes you get a variation of one word and it produces the opposite meaning. It's called al-in'ikas. So from waza'a, you get awza'a. And awza'a actually means to encourage someone. When you were encouraging them to stay back, but now you're encouraging them to move forward. To instill, to incite them, يعني أوزعته أغريته. You empowered someone. You lit a fire into someone, which is also the other meaning, أولعته. You lit a fire into him. So a muza' in Arabic, they say, for example, is someone who is fired up to do something. Now this is very interesting, because the opposite is, the general was telling the soldiers, stand back, don't move. But now the same general is saying, run as fast as you can. Go as hard as you can. This is the act of iza'. It's the opposite. It's the opposite form of discipline. Because in discipline there are two things, right? On the one hand, you want to tell those who are under your discipline not to do something. And on the other hand, you want to tell them to do something. And so this word has the opposite effect now. When we make the dua, Rabbi awzi'ni, then we are telling Allah, Ya Allah, push me forward. Encourage me so much. Fire me up. Make me enthusiastic. Like that soldier who the general says go or jump, he says how high. Put that inside me. So it's not just enable me and it's not just empower me. There's a lot more going on inside this word. It is as though a person is saying at that age of 40, because that's the age that was mentioned, right? At the age of 40, people accomplish a lot of things in life. Maybe their career has settled. Maybe money is okay now. Maybe they've figured out what's going on in life. Maybe they're not going to have any more kids or something. Things are settling down. Your life plans are kind of settling down. And at that point, you look back and you think, when I was a young man, I had a lot of energy. I had a lot of enthusiasm. I was jumping at everything. But now I'm more settled and laid back and nothing fires me up like it used to. So I need an extra jolt of enthusiasm. And so this man at the age of 40 turns to Allah and says, Rabbi awzi'ni, Ya Allah, fire me up. Ya Allah, give me enthusiasm. Give me motivation. Now, this is in and of itself something I found very interesting, because they have this thing in psychology called a midlife crisis. And roughly around the age of 40, you know, the idea that death is going to come and it's eventual. Look, my hair's already starting to leave. The eyesight is getting bad. There are more wrinkles on my face now. Gray hair. All of it's settling in. So the inevitability of death is settling in. So you want to fight that. You want to fight this reality. So people that have that crisis at that age, roughly around the age of 40, they start making some childish financial decisions too. Like they'll buy like a really like tiny sports car or whatever, their dream car from their teen years. Right? Or they'll start dressing all kinds of funny. They're going through a phase because they're trying to be in denial of the inevitability of death. And right at that age, when you realize, and if that is the case, if there is truth to that psychology, that around that middle age, a human being becomes much more cognizant of their mortality, that they're going to be gone soon, then that is the time two things happen. Either people lose hope entirely, what's the point now? It's all downhill from here anyway. Or people say, I only have a few days left on this planet. Let me make the most of it. Let me make the most of what I can of these few days that I have left. And this is the ayah about, look, you're at the halfway point. You know, halftime's over. Now the rest of your life is just pretty much preparation for death. So how do you prepare yourself? You need enthusiasm. Rabbi awzi'ni. But before I go on about what should I have enthusiasm for, I want to take you back a little bit again. The ayah began with Allah telling all human beings that they have to have ihsan to their parents. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا. You have to be the best possible you can be to your parents. Now that is a big question. How do you be the best to your parents? In this ayah, in this dua itself, is actually a manifestation of ihsan to our parents. When you reach a certain age and you are able to turn to Allah sincerely and ask what this believer is asking, then this is actually the best thing you could have done for your parents. Because the number one thing that will help your parents is the legacy that you will leave behind. Of all the good deeds we do for our parents, we try to help them, we try to take care of them, we try to take care of their financial needs, their physical needs, their health needs, we try to take care of their mental, their emotional needs. All of that is there. But above and beyond all of this is building their assets in the akhirah. How proud is a son when he buys his parents a house? Or he gives his dad a car or something, and they're retired parents, and he said, I'll take over the loan from the house, I'll pay it off, or I'll take care of your finances. It's my job now. And he feels like, at least I got to do something for my parents. But you know what? This ayah is about building your parents a house in Jannah. Building my parents a house in Jannah. And that starts with myself first. Ya Allah, give me the encouragement. Rabbi awzi'ni. But encouragement for what? An ashkura ni'matak allati an'amta alayya. Give me the encouragement, the enthusiasm to be grateful for the favor that you've done to me already. The favor that you've already done to me. The man's looking at this point, at the age of 40, instead of looking ahead, he actually looks back. And a lot of people that when they look back at this age, they look back to be sad. Man, when I was young, I used to be able to, things were good. I used to be able to play sports. I used to do this or that, hang out with my friends. Those days are gone. Now what's left for me? A retirement home? And there's this depression. Every time you think back, you just get depressed about how those days are never going to come back. And yet this believer looks at those same days and counts the things he should be grateful for. Because where he is and where you are and where I am in life right now is a sum of all the favors Allah did to us in our past. So a person becomes more and more aware of what Allah did for them in their past. You reflect on your past, sure, but in order to find things to be grateful for, subhanallah. أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي. How do you do this practically? You look back in your life, I look back in my life, and there are choices that we made. And we didn't know if they were the best choice or not. There were choices like marriage, or accepting a job, or moving to a place. There were choices we made about studies. There were choices we made about friends. And some of those choices led to other openings, other ni'mah from Allah, other openings from Allah. And some of those choices, there were two equally delicious, equally tempting choices in front of us. We took one of them and we didn't take the other one. And you look back and say, subhanallah, if I took the other one, I would have been doomed. I would have been destroyed. And you have to think about this as per this ayah. You have to think back. I have to think back at all the great things that happened in life. And then you taste, رَبِّي أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ. And then, not just thinking about your own life and the choices that you were given, but actually for my life itself, my life is nothing if Allah does not give opportunity to my parents. So all the things that my parents went through, the career choice my father made, the marriage decision my father made, where he moved, the way my mother decided to raise me, the opportunities that opened up for them, the job openings that they got. Some of you that are born in the United States, your parents were not born in the United States. Your parents were born in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in Syria, in Palestine, and Somalia. They were born everywhere else, not here. And there are so many other young people. When your dad was a young man, there were so many other young men who were trying to get a job, or trying to get an education in the United States, or trying to move up, trying to build a career, and Allah gave an opportunity to your dad He didn't give to others. And he has some friends to this day that were in school with him, but they're not in the same position as he is. Allah opened some doors for him. And if those doors never opened, you wouldn't be speaking English today sitting here in Colleyville, Texas. That wouldn't have been the case for you. We just get the news of people that are suffering in the Muslim world. Those are also children of parents. Parents, many of whom are our parents' age. Right? And we could have been those kids. We could have been the people in those news reports that are just statistics now. There are favors Allah did for you and me. There are blessings Allah gave to you and me through our parents. Now what that does, now the ayah is forcing me not only to think about my past, it's forcing me to sit down with my dad and my mom and ask them about their life and all the things they went through in their life. And every time they tell me about one of their adventures, I just say, Ya Allah, make me more and more grateful. This is all part of your favor. All of the things my parents have gone through is the favor Allah did for me, because I wouldn't be around without them. رَبِّي أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ وَعَلَى وَالِدَيَّ. It's interesting, right, that at this age, at this middle age in life, you also start questioning, what have I accomplished in life? If I'm going to be leaving this planet soon, what have I done? And at this point, you might think you will turn to Allah and ask for all the things you haven't accomplished yet. You'll ask for a better future. You'll ask for a house that you've always wanted. You'll ask for the money you've always wanted. You'll finally get the business you always wanted to start, and you never got to. You never had the savings or the time or the opening in your job or whatever else. And now you finally can. Some of you are raising children, and all of your time is spent raising your kids, but then they get a little bit older and you get more free time. Finally, I get to ask Allah, I can do the things I've always wanted to do. And look at this, the wisdom of these ayat. At that age, if whatever you want to accomplish will happen on its own if you can just do one thing. If you can enable yourself, and I can enable myself, to truly be grateful to Allah. To truly be grateful to Allah for what He's already done. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. I will increase you, I'll take care of what happens in the future. You won't even have to ask. So this man actually doesn't ask for rizq. He doesn't ask for stability in finance. He doesn't ask for health. He didn't ask, and all of those things are important. It's not like our religion says that rizq is not important, money is not important, or health is not important, strength is not important. He didn't ask for any of those things. He just asked, Ya Allah, if you can just give me what I need, the energy that I need to be grateful, then I know I don't have to ask for anything else, because you'll take care of everything else. That's the secret in this ayah. If I can learn to be grateful for what Allah did to me and to my parents, the rest is taken care of. Subhanallah. وَأَنْ أَعْمَلَ صَالِحًا تَرْضَاهُ. And even the only thing he asked after that is, Ya Allah, just give me the ability to do some good things. That'll make you happy. I realize all I want to do is just stuff that makes you happy. I meet people, subhanAllah, this is recent, and I've met more and more of them now. I meet people that are in their 70s, some in their 80s. And they come and they say, listen, I love what you're doing and I want to support your cause. I want to do something good. I know I only have a few days left before I go meet Allah. So I want to make the most of every day. I have a lot of money, I want to give it in sadaqah. What should I do with this money? How should I spend it? Because I know what am I going to do with it now? My children are set, they have their careers, they're married. I have a house, I don't need to eat more than a little bit of food, and I can't even eat all the delicious food I wanted to eat. My doctor stops me. I have to be on all kinds of medication. So this money that I'm sitting on, I just want to give it to Allah and I just want to meet with Allah. I met with a scholar who's about 93 years old in England. And I'm sitting with him and he's talking to me about some ayat of the Quran. And I told him, could you make some extra time for me? Can I just ask you some questions sometimes? Maybe give you a call once in a while and bother you. I have no time for you. Every single day is a ni'mah. Every single day he told me I wake up. Every day I wake up is one more day Allah gave me to do something for Him. I have no seconds to spare. I've scheduled my entire day. Listen to this. A 93-year-old man is so busy in his day, he says he has no time to answer my questions. Because he's just too busy preparing for Allah. And yet this ayah is saying that you and I should have that attitude at the age of 40. We're supposed to just, let's go. I want to do things that make you happy, Ya Rabb. أَنْ أَعْمَلَ صَالِحًا تَرْضَاهُ. And then he says, and that's inshallah maybe another khutbah, just give you a hint for now, وَأَصْلِحْ لِي فِي ذُرِّيَّتِي. Fix my matter, fix something for me. Now fix what for me? The maf'ul bihi isn't mentioned. أصلح بالي, أصلح حالي, أصلح أمري. There's no word there. أصلح لي في ذُرِّيَّتِي. Another jar majroor, which means in the matter of my children, fix for me. Now fix what for me? It actually suggests fix everything for me. Ya Allah, fix my relationship with my kids. Fix my guidance to my kids. Fix their lives. Now they're reaching the adulthood themselves. They're going to be on their own. I can only do so much. In this ayah, there's a very powerful acknowledgement that your parents realized, and now it's time for you to realize you cannot control your children forever. At the end of the day, only Allah can fix their life. You can only do so much. And then the time comes, حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ, and between بُلُوغُ الْأَشُدْ and then finally بُلُوغ 40 sana, there's no time, it goes in a flash. And here you are, in the same position your parents were, asking, Ya Allah, raise my children right. If you and I can get to this age, and we're parents, and we're asking Allah Azza wa Jal for our children, then we've done something right. Then our parents have done something right. May Allah reward all of our parents. It's easy to complain about our parents, so easy. So many of us are more knowledgeable in the religion than our parents are. Many of us practice the religion more than our parents did. And we look back and look down on our parents. Shame on us. They are still the source of our La ilaha illallah. They are still the reason we're Muslim today. They're still the reason we're even coming into a masjid, because our fathers brought us into a masjid. They brought us. You can complain that they're not as religious as you. They don't know fiqh like you. They don't know tafsir like you. They don't know Arabic like you. So what? So what? We owe our entire deen to them. Whatever good came our way came through the ni'mah Allah gave to them. So don't you dare, and don't I dare, ever look down onto our parents. And whatever, if they agree with your religious practice or not, if they don't like your beard, young man, get over it. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, my parents don't understand. Watch it. You're talking about your parents. Learn to make this dua for your parents instead. Next time you get mad, just make dua for your parents. And make a dua from the Quran. He began, وَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا. But that's again another khutbah. This khutbah was about us. And realizing what we have to do when we reach a certain point in our career. And if you're not 40 and you've already reached a kind of stability, then you realize this dua applies to you too. So you have everybody here that's like 26, so I got 14 years before I make this dua. That's not what I mean. The suggestion of the ayah is when you reach an age when things have stabilized. When you reach the mature age. If that's happened for you earlier, it's happened for you earlier. Very powerful lessons from Quran about how we have to think about ourselves and bi'idhnillah ta'ala about our parents and our relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikr al-Hakim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salatu wa salamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa khususan ala afdalihim wa khatamin nabiyyin محمد الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يقول الله عز وجل في كتابه الكريم بعد نقول أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. عباد الله رحمكم الله، اتقوا الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.